Okay, here's a little bit of a video update on the progress I've been making on my build log 2.0 laser. First off, a good shout out and thanks to Bart Dring for putting a lot of stuff together and all the help. Since the last time, I've gotten everything put together, aligned and everything like that. You can see that I've been doing some test cutting to try and get the settings right for like acrylic and wood and all that kind of stuff. I was able to get it set up to build this window vent, and it fits right in the window right here, and pulls all the off-gassing from the laser outside and seals pretty well. When it's running, even with acrylic and wood, I can't smell a thing when the lid is closed. That little 6-inch fan moves about 200 CFM. And it is plenty sufficient for keeping the fumes in place. So it's not the main thing I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to show the latest thing that I've been working on a little bit. I've been using one of my Arduinos as ModBus I/O. There's some open source code out there that will allow you to read I/O stuff for ModBus and Mach 3 or any other kind of ModBus standard. There's some issues that doesn't meet the full ModBus spec, but it does work well enough that you can pass information to and from Mach 3 or another control program. So what I've set up here is the coolant's flow meter. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's got the little spinning disc, and basically what that does is it's a switch that goes on and off for every half rotation. Well, full rotation, it makes it back to the on cycle. So then what I've done is put that into pin 7 and shorted it to ground, and then pin 7 is also set up so that it has a pull-up resistor to high, so every time the flow switch goes on, the pin sees ground, and when it's off it sees high. And then I've coded it up in the Arduino to count that number of pulses in a second, and then also it averages that over roughly 10 seconds and outputs that to Mach 3 through the ModBus. And here you can see the end result. I created a user DRO in Mach 3, and it's actually calibrated and reading the flow rate from the flow meter and displaying that. Now, I can use that to set some alarms on, there goes my screensaver. I can use that to set some alarms to shut the laser off if I wanted to, or other things. One of the next things that I want to do is use the PWM output on the Arduino as a control from Mach to control the pump on this SwiftTech unit, that's down here, and the speed of the fans, and see if I can make it vary that. I think 2 liters per minute is more than sufficient for the cooling for a 40-watt laser, and this is receiving a 0 basically as a PWM, so it's the lowest flow rate that this pump will put out. I think it should go up to around 10 or so. But anyway, it'd be kind of fun to try and control that, and learn how to do stuff through Mach. I should say that this is running a brain in Mach, and that took me quite a while to figure out how to do, because you set the thing to a slave address, but apparently if the slave address is 1, the brain has to have the slave address set to 0. And I don't know why that is, but I can show here on the operator, if I go to brain control, I called it flow rate ModBus. It's a very, very simple brain, but you can see all I'm doing is reading ModBus 0. That's basically pin 0. I've set it up differently in there, and then it's reading a value, doing a formula, dividing it by 1,000, and then outputting it to the user DRO 1000, which is displayed on the screen. So very fast, much faster than a macro pump, and takes up much less resources on the computer too. So it works. I'm pretty happy about it. So anyway.